Hi there, Mindy here, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 annoying things about INTJs that I think they can improve or work on themselves, or maybe not. But that's my opinion about them. And this actually comes from my other INTJs videos that are quite successful on this channel. And from the comments I read through and I go and chat with people back and forth. And of course, many of the INTJs want to know, okay, you always talk about what's the positive about INTJs and ENFPs, but what is something negative? What can we work on? Or can you talk about the negative? Because they want to kind of balance it out. And I get it. And I think that's part of their constant search for perfectionism. So I hope I can enlighten you. And again, this is going to be my own opinion. So this might not be the one of everyone, but keep that in mind. It's going to be mine. Okay. So the 3 annoying things that I'm going to talk about today. Number 1, they dislike a bunch of people. Sorry, I have to laugh. They dislike a bunch of people and feel from the inside like they're superior. I have, my father is an INTJ and I grew up with this situation at home. He looked like he disliked everybody. Even though he might not even dislike them, but he just didn't give a shit about them, basically. So he would keep people from afar and distant and just observe them and kind of interact very little and then go again back into his cave to reading and stuff. So I know that I think every INTJ that I know, they might like the ENFPs, and I really appreciate that. And I feel like, yes, we have the little key that opens the door, but with the rest of the people, it looked like not everybody, but they look like they dislike a bunch of people. And this is not something that I'm gonna say you guys should change it, because maybe that's just how you guys are. And my father is now 73, I believe, and he hasn't changed that. He's not even interested. So I know firsthand that that might not be the case. But in any case, I think that that's something that I can say I dislike. Not because it touches me directly, but because I think it made my life harder when having friends around, or boyfriends when I lived at home, or even with the extended family from my mother's side. So it was always like this this energy of I don't like people kind of around. So that's something that I can say I dislike, even though it doesn't come close to me. Okay. By the way, if you enjoy my channel, if you like my videos, please click the like button. You will help me to be more visible to other people. And please subscribe. That means a lot to me. Okay, number 2, they beat themselves up for small things because they're highly perfectionistic people. So they hold themselves up to high standards. And so whenever they do not reach the standard that they set for themselves, they can be very harsh on themselves. And even though they do not, people think they do not feel, but even though they are not led by this feeling thing, like they make it into that, they will feel it, they will feel disappointed about themselves, and then they will make it into something logical, that they will plan something so they can improve. And that's great. And I think that's amazing that INTJs, if you're watching, I really like that you're always like looking forward and improving yourself. That's amazing. But I think that what you do at the beginning is like you are very hard on yourself. I think you could soften that up. You could soften that that feeling, like that you kind of, I don't know how to explain. It's like almost like you blame yourself for not being the person that you think you should be. So, oh my God, it's so hot here. It's like a heat wave here in Europe. So I think you can soften that. If I might give you an advice, you might not need it. And then, so you can just move on to the next phase, which is like working on your plan to becoming a better version of yourself, basically. And number 3, the third thing that I wanted to mention today is of course they hold themselves up to high standards. They do the same with the rest of the people. They hold high standards for people, and that makes them quite often disappointed of people. And I have to say, okay, INTJs are not people that would trust a lot of people. That know we have a lot of friends, so they will have a few of them. And most likely they would be kind of connected to some sort of passion or activity that they like. All of the INTJs I know are kind of work that way, so maybe you can put in the comments if you're not like that. So for instance, one situation that I saw with a friend of mine is like, he is in this religion. It's not even religion, but okay, I'm not gonna go there, but it's like a more of a science-based thing. Like, he studies something, and so he has these friends, and the reason why he stuck to those friends, this is an INTJ friend, by the way, the reason why he stuck to these people was because they're part of the same community of intellectual people that studies the same thing that he studies, right? And because INTJs take very seriously their relationships whenever they take them, so if they're gonna take these new friends because of this hobby, they're gonna take them seriously, okay? But they put high standards on them. And what happens is these people, yeah, I don't know, in this case that I'm telling you, the people was not really engaged. As in, what I saw from my perspective as an ENFP was like, yeah, they're not just invested in this INTJ person as the INTJ was in them. I don't think that the INTJs are invested as in like, oh, romantically speaking. It's more intellectual. I commit to this, so I'm gonna do it. So they do that. But what happens then is like, they think like they apply all of that they have inside. Like, I'm loyal, I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna be there for you, and so they expect the same from these people. And I'm not saying that I dislike this. I think it's very good that INTJs hold these high standards and that they give it all good to the rest, to the other person with whom they're relating to. But the counterpart is, and what I think that could work better, is in softening their expectations. And I know you INTJs might come now to comment on my video and say, no, I don't have expectations, but really look inside. Maybe you don't call it expectations, but maybe if you feel like, or if you think like, I would like for this person to be as honest as I am, as respectful as I am, as committed to supporting or giving me their help when I need it. So maybe you are holding the same standards for people. And what happens is that people many times can just do whatever standards they have, not particularly the same that you hold yourself. So that can create intern disappointment and conflict inside the INTJ that can make them suffer. And I've seen INTJs suffering because of these, again, because whenever they give their heart, or let's say their friendships or their commitment to something, they do it for real. And this is something I really like on them. So still, even though you guys wanted me to make a video talking about the negative sides, as you say, I always find a way to talk about the positive sides as well. But that's maybe me in my ENFP-ness, always looking at the positive side. Actually, it was so difficult for me to make this video and to like write down the negative part without seeing the positive. That's just me. And again, I like particularly INTJs. So I hope this video fulfills your expectations, INTJs. And if not, what can I do? So please subscribe and give the thumbs up, leave your comments, and thank you for watching. Till next time.